Yeah, fine. Oh man. Absolutely no control on the bike. What's it do? She's ice skating.
Hey guys, hope you're all okay. Join me for part 2 of cleaning my 300 TPI. Any of you that didn't see the first part, I'll put a link to that video now. Watch that before you watch this, because this video won't make any sense unless you watch that video first. You saw how mucky the bike was. I put a couple of pictures now of how bad it was before I cleaned it. It was pretty horrendous. So you saw in part 1, I snow foamed, I rinsed the bike, I washed it, and then I rinsed it again. That's all in part 1. So this is about a week or 2 later. The bike is now immaculate. I let it dry a little bit in the garage. I did use the blower to dry it. You can see now it is pretty spot on. There's a few little grubby bits and pieces just sort of inside the frame and that, but it's going to get covered in dirt next time I go out on it anyway. So yeah guys, it's important to always clean your dirt bike after you've ridden it, because what it does, it gets you to check every part of the bike to make sure nothing's loose, nothing's fallen off, because you never know when you're off-roading, because you can get in a right state. So always give it as best of a clean over as you can. So this video isn't going to be long at all. Part 2 is really simple. After the bike's dry, I get my WD-40, good old WD-40, and I go round everywhere, all the plastics, not the panel plastics, not the plastics with the decals on them, all the black, the wheels, everywhere you can see, frame guards, engine protectors, carbon, everywhere you can see, pretty much gets wiped over with WD-40. It's brilliant stuff. It's old school, but it works really well. All the plastics now look brand new again. Absolutely brilliant. So WD-40 everywhere, clean over all the plastics, and when I've done that, I grab my Nanotech Spray. I've been using this for years and years. It's brilliant. So I just literally spray this onto the panels and give it a wipe, and they're like silk, and what it does, it repels all the dirt from the bike. So water, dirt, nothing sticks to it as much as it would do if you hadn't used that spray. So Nanotech, is it R&G? Yeah, R&G Nanotech Spray, absolutely brilliant, superb stuff. So that's, I do the wheels with it as well, over WD-40, but mostly just the panels that have got the decals on, tank pad. And that's really it. That's all I've done. So Nanotech, WD-40, wiped over the whole bike, pretty mint. Another couple of things that I've done, obviously the chain, just running smoothly now. The chain is spot on, as you can see. It's got a few little grubby bits on it, but I use, to clean it, I use brake and chain cleaner with my little brush, give it a good old scrub. And then, us guys have found that this stuff, this fully synthetic off-road chain lube, even when I've got my bike super muddy, covered in mud, water, everything, I wash the bike down and there's still lube on the chain. It's amazing stuff. So that is superb. Yeah guys, it's Motorex chain lube off-road, really good. It just resists all moisture. It's absolutely brilliant. Obviously I'll reapply it after I've cleaned it, because I've obviously cleaned it off. Right guys, my air filter was really clean. It's a funnel web one that came in this pack. I've got another spare one here. If I go away anywhere, I can just whack this one on if the other one's dirty without having to clean it. But if I can get this panel off, come out. So hard to get these off. Right guys, look, that's pretty clean. It's oiled up. It doesn't need to be done again. We only rode in some mud. It didn't get into the air filter at all, so that's absolutely fine. No problem with that at all. So guys, that's it really. Any questions, give us a shout. It's only a really short video, but I just thought I'd do part 2 just so you can see how clean I've got the bike. But it's not mint, but it's pretty good. Bit of muck in there, but yeah, absolutely superb. Oh, one thing to mention, last time I cleaned this, I cut my finger on the foot peg and it got infected because of some dirt in it. So wear gloves when you clean these bikes. I didn't mention that in the last video. Be careful. Right, one thing that I've got, and I have tried to fit, I've got this Carapax disc guard, aluminium. It's pretty lightweight. It's just such good quality. Look at that. It's machined. It's amazing. And it goes, obviously goes over there, in there to protect the disc. But I've tried twice to fit this and I cannot get the spacer out of the wheel on this side. So what I'll do when it goes to KTM in a month or so, I'll get them to see if they can fit this, because it's a quality piece of kit. It's not heavy. It's heavier than a plastic one, but it's going to just sit in there. I think it's superb. It looks mint. So I'll get KTM to do it. I cannot get the wheel spacer out. I've tried my hardest. It will not budge. So I've got to get that fitted. Right guys, I've also got some more Risk mud grips which go over the grip. So I always try and ride with these because of my sore arthritic fingers. It just gives you a little bit of cushioning on the grip, but doesn't make it too fat, because these squeeze down to like hardly anything, and also stops you wearing your grips out. I think these are £12 a set. These last about 10 hours. They're brilliant, and if it does get muddy and wet and horrible, you've got more grip on your on the grips. So yeah, these are good. They're not the cheapest things, but they've lasted me quite a while. They just slot over, so I will fit those at some point. So yeah guys, this is only a really short video. There's not much else I can say, but it looks a lot cleaner than it did anyway. That's the main thing. I always try my best to look after anything I've got, and yeah, it looks really good. Oh, I did add some Pico little orange tyre valve caps on there. I did mention in one of my other videos I've added a couple of little caps, rear brake fluid cap, oil reservoir cap, and I did add the X-grip cover in there. So guys, as you saw in part 1, that was the most important part of washing the bike. It was the key to getting all the crud off the bike. This isn't, you know, major with the WD-40, the Nanotech Spray, but obviously you've got to clean your chain, your air filter. Now I took the wheel off, I've greased up the bearings and the wheel hub there. Back wheel, didn't need to take that off in the end. I'll do that another time. I had some string stuck in the brake, but I got that out. So other part of a bit more bling is the Pico petrol cap. Just matches all the anodised parts on the bike. I'm a bit of a muppet for getting sucked into adding parts to bikes, but I can't help it anyway. Right guys, my tyres are getting a bit worn. I've got another 10 hours left, so when I do a service at 40 hours, I think that's about another 8 hours time, I'll get them to change these tyres out for some more 6-day extreme Metzeler tyres. They've been absolutely brilliant on wet rocks, slates, deep mud. Never let me down. They've been amazing, so I'm not going to swap for anything else. I'm sure you guys know of better tyres than these, but for what I want, they've been absolutely amazing. Absolutely love them. Superb. Anyway, right guys, hope that's been of some help. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Oh, bloody hell! Don't need to be wearing this in a rush.
Tidy. Whoa, whoa. Woohoo! Gonna get out We're stuck. I know, there's no grip in this water, look.